Hello everyone, my name is Sudi Burnett. Welcome to my show Body, Mind and Spirit. First of all, I would like to wish all of you to have a great day. And if you are watching this at night, I am going to ask all of you to take it. We're going to take 3 inhale and exhale to release all the stress that we gather throughout the day. So let's get started. Inhale deeply. Let all the life force and the chi enter our body, and exhale. Let go of all the sorrow and negativity. One more time. Inhale deeply, allow the life force enter your body, feel the energy, and exhale. Let go of all the thoughts, the hard day, everything that came to my projection today. And the last time, inhale deeply. Let the chi enter your body, and exhale. Let it all go, feeling more balanced and center. Okay, in today's program, I am going to talk about how we can lose body fat. So in general, we either going to exercise aerobically or we're going to lift weights. When you're working out aerobically, such as walking, jogging, playing tennis, soccer, yoga, Pilates, taking aerobic class, these are all aerobics. And when you are doing weightlifting, you're going to do free weights, dumbbell, barbell, lift the weights, or you can work with the machines such as leg press or chest press and so on. So in general, we always have to do aerobics, whether we want to do aerobics or you want to lift weights, because even though when you're going to do weightlifting, you have to warm up the muscles 15 minutes to 20 minutes. And if you don't warm up your muscles, you can tear some muscle fibers and injure yourself. So always 15 to 20 minutes aerobics. Now, when I want to maximize my fat burning zone, I need to go at least 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes even over. That depends on how much body fat you have and how fast and quickly you want to lose that body fat, okay? So let me start here on explaining how does our body receives its fuel. Because when you are eating a chicken or rice, the body doesn't have the ability to take that and use it such as. So as a result, the carbohydrates will break down into a simpler form as glucose. The protein will break down into amino acids. And fat and oil, since they are the same molecules as our body fat, doesn't need anything to happen. It would just automatically be used or be reserved in our fat cells, okay? So now after you eat carbohydrates, the carbohydrates in the liver breaks down and it changes into glucose. And then once again, the glucose will change to glycogen. So what happened, our liver will hold on to 60 to 75 grams of that glycogen for its function and its own use. And then the muscles will hold on to 300 to 600 or 650 grams of glycogen. So the amount that your muscles is going to hold on to, that depends on how much muscle mass you have. Obviously, the more muscle mass you have, the more glycogen your muscle will hold on to and reserve. And also, how long have you been exercising? The longer you exercise, your body will learn, becomes alert to hold on into more glycogen. So the first 15 to 25 minutes when you start exercising aerobically, your body is basically using that glycogen for its fuel, because glycogen or glucose is the favorite fuel for our body. Then after you use that reserve, your body will get forced to go to the fat cells. That's why it's never enough for somebody who wants to lose a lot of body fat to aerobically work out for 20 minutes or 25 minutes, okay? Now, before I move on, I would like to also tell you that protein will never ever be used for energy. Protein is used to build, proteins are actually building blocks of our cells. It regulates our hormones, it regulates our thyroid or insulin and so on and so on. And also amino acids will build muscles or keep our muscles. It would release collagen, which keeps us youthful and young. So protein will never be used as a fuel. Okay, so the body is first going to use the glucose and then it's going to turn into body fat. Something else that I want to add up here for your information is that carbohydrates can, under no circumstances, can change into protein. But if your body, if you go on a high protein diet and as you're exercising, your body doesn't have any glycogen reserve and also you don't have enough body fat, if you continue on working out, the amino acid can change into glucose. So your body would use that as a fuel, okay? So now here, before you are going to start the exercise, you need something that gives you a lot of energy, correct? So we already find out that the proteins are not going to give us energy. So I would recommend an hour to hour and a half before your workout, you will have complex carbohydrates because the breakdown of insulin is going to be slower, the glucose is going to be slower, and it's not going to, like simple carbohydrate, it's not going to give you a rush and then drops you down. So you're using brown rice, white rice, whole wheat pasta. You can also mix that with other carbohydrates such as soy or vegetables. So you will have that an hour to hour and a half before your workout. During your workout, you can have water, you can have protein shake. You can make your protein shake with frozen fruits such as blueberries, strawberries, kiwis. These are antioxidants. So you can mix it with acai berries or any kind of berries. You can mix it and you can have that during your workout too, because actually since the protein powder will digest in your blood right away, there is nothing that needs to happen or any digestion process that's going to slow you down from your exercise or your workout, okay? Now, after you finish with your exercise, you're going to be on protein, protein, protein. And you need protein every 2.5 to 3 hours. You have to get a little protein or amino acid. That could be a piece of chicken breast or turkey breast or fish or seafood, or it could be amino acid in form of pills, or also you could have like protein powder. So you need every 2.5 to 3 hours to get some kind of amino acid in your body. Why is that so important? Because if your body doesn't have enough amino acid, and then you weight lift very heavily, your body is in a process of rebuilding and is going through recovery to build that muscle back up, right? Because this process takes a lot of time and you need a lot of energy. If the body doesn't have enough amino acid, if you're not feeding it every 2.5 to 3 hours, your body will break down your own muscles and take the amino acid from that. So this is going to put you back in your process of your maximum growth of muscles, okay? Also, you have to remember that amino acids actually helps us to lose body fat because they are doing so many amazing things. Not only amino acids are building blocks of our cells, And like I mentioned before, it regulates our hormones. So the male and female hormones are going to be balanced. Thyroid, which is number one reason that if our thyroid glands, it's not leveled up, if your thyroid glands are overactive, you're going to be skinny, and no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to gain mass. And if your thyroid glands are underactive, you can do as many days exercising, watch your diet like crazy, and you're not going to be able to release all that body fat. So amino acid will help your hormones to balance up. And also amino acid will help to regulate the insulin in our blood. Okay, so you're not going to end up, especially for people who are diabetic, it's extremely important to take enough amino acid throughout the day. But since amino acids are building muscles, and muscle is kind of like a furnace of our metabolism, the more amino acid that I take, the more muscle mass that I build, the more my body will burn the fat. So remember, building muscles is the key. In order to just hold on to a muscle, let's suppose you exercise really heavily on Monday, and then you haven't worked out for a week. It takes a day or two for the recovery and rebuilding of that muscles. But then after that, the other 3 or 4 days that you're not exercising and you're not being active, just for that muscles to be there and not to lose it, you're still burning a lot of fat, okay? So that's why it is so important. I'm such a firm believer that weightlifting is the key to weight loss. All right? So now, morning, you're going to exercise. You want to lose the maximum body fat. You're going to have your biggest meal an hour to 2 hours before your workout. After your workout, then you're going to cut back on your calories. Okay? And also, we know that carbohydrates, especially starchy carbohydrates, is our major problem. The reason we gain weight is because of all the rice and breads and pasta and potatoes and this stuff that we are taking. And a lot of us are allergic to wheat, whole wheats, rye, barleys, and gluten, especially if you are an O blood type and you're allergic to this stuff. Eating a piece of whole wheat bread, not only it is not going to be helping you, but also is going to be underlying of all your sicknesses and illnesses, okay? So stay away from starchy carbohydrate as much as you can. Start your morning with a protein unless you are going to be exercising, you know you're going to work out an hour or 2 hours after that. So you're also going to cut back totally on your sugars, sodas, caffeine. I remember like 18 years ago when I was doing, when I became actually an aerobic instructor, they were saying that if you take an aspirin and some cup of coffee, it's going to give you a lot of energy, it's going to thin out your blood, and you're going to be able to exercise much faster. Today we know that that theory is really wrong and we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't be taking any kind of caffeine because caffeine actually dehydrates you and is going to stop your body from absorbing all the vitamins and minerals, okay? So here's the deal. You're going to work out, you're going to exercise aerobically. Now you know that 25 minutes or 30 minutes is not enough. For female, especially, you have to go 45 minutes and over. And you can mix your workout kind of like Pilates style, that you're going to do weightlifting and also aerobically. So you never stopped your exercise. If you guys go to my website, sudabay.com, I have 16 exercise DVDs. And in all those DVDs, I work out every single muscles. And all those muscles are working at the same time. You have to understand the more muscles are involved during the exercise, the more fat you are going to burn. Because when you are doing a squat, in the same time you're doing chest press or you're doing your biceps, as you squatting or as you lunging, now there are a lot of muscle fiber that they need to fire up. As a result, you burn a lot more calories. So check out those exercise DVD. Like I said, I have 16 exercise DVDs that they are maximize your fat burning. And also remember, we always hear like spots, my thighs are too fat, what am I going to do to lose the fat on my thighs? You cannot lose body fat in your thighs or in your stomach. Your body is genetically where this is the way it works. If your genetic is that you hold your fat in your lower body, the bad news is that's the last place that you're going to lose that fat. So you don't have a choice of losing it on your thighs or losing it on your shoulder or whatever. The body will decide itself how it's going to lose that body fat. But what you have to do, the key here is to work out all your muscles at the same time. Okay, guys, my time for this program is up. Thank you so much for being here. And also you can watch all these programs, Andisha TV, Monday morning, 8 a.m. The rerun of that show is 9:30 p.m. And also Time TV every Thursday, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. Every Saturdays, 12 noon and 12 midnight. All this show would be placed on my Facebook, Sudi Burnett, and also Alchemy event, the event that I did this past weekend. Soon is going to be posted there, plus the truth-telling post that I have up there. So add me up as your friend on Facebook, Sudi Burnett, and I'm going to be seeing you next week. Much love, joy, peace, and prosperity. Hold your balance. That's the key. See you guys all next week, and love.